Archangel Michael says, "What they meant for harm, I've already turned for your glory. But you must see the sign before sunrise. My beloved child, sometimes the night feels longer than it should, the silence stretches, the clock ticks slower, and every breath feels heavy, like the universe itself is waiting for something. But tonight, something divine is moving. Something beyond your imagination is about to reveal itself, and this message, it's not a coincidence. Archangel Michael, the warrior of light, the protector of truth, has spoken. His words are not random whispers, they are divine declarations. What they meant for harm, I've already turned for your glory. You feel that? That chill running through your spine right now. That's not fear. That's recognition. Your soul knows this message is meant for you. For too long, forces you couldn't see tried to pull you down. People smiled at you but spoke against you. Moments of loss made you doubt your purpose. You thought you were being punished, when in reality you were being prepared. Archangel Michael has already seen the battles you faced in silence, the nights you cried without telling anyone, the prayers you whispered when no one was listening. But he was, every single time, he was there. Guarding, shifting, lining. What was sent to break you is now being turned into your greatest breakthrough, but there's something you must understand. Something urgent. There's a sign coming before sunrise, a divine signal. The heavens are preparing to confirm what Archangel Michael has already declared. You're not watching this by accident, this is your divine appointment. You might see it in an unexpected form. A flickering light at 3:33 a.m., a sudden rush of wind through your window. Or a dream that feels too real to ignore. When it happens, don't dismiss it, don't explain it away. That's the moment Archangel Michael wants you to see. Because before the dawn breaks, a shift will occur, the energy that was against you will start working for you. The chains that held you back will turn into bridges leading you forward. But the key, the sacred instruction, is to recognize the sign. The universe isn't random. You're part of a celestial design. And tonight that design is unfolding right before your eyes. Your enemies will wonder how you survive. The people who doubted you will witness your rise. Because Archangel Michael is not just defending you, he's rewriting your story. He's turning every setback into divine setup. Every closed door into redirection. Every heartbreak into alignment. So if your heart is racing right now, it's because your spirit knows something holy is near. Don't question it. Don't doubt it. When you wake up before sunrise, look around. Feel the air. Pay attention. There will be a sign waiting for you. Personal, clear, undeniable. You're about to witness the moment when pain transforms into power. Stay alert. Stay awake. Something huge is waiting for you, my beloved child. The moment you opened your eyes this morning, something in the unseen world shifted. The darkness that tried to surround you all this time trembled because it realized it could no longer hold you. What Archangel Michael declared last night wasn't just a message, it was a divine decree. And once a decree is spoken in the heavens, nothing on earth can stop it from being fulfilled. There is a reason your soul feels strange today, like you're standing on the edge of something extraordinary. The air feels different. Doesn't it? almost like creation itself is whispering your name. That's because the forces of light are lining around you, preparing to manifest what was promised. Every tear, every disappointment, every hidden wound. They are all being rewritten into something radiant. You are no longer standing in the ruins of your past. You are standing in the preface of your glory. But before sunrise fully breaks through the clouds of your doubt, you must notice the sign. It will not come in the way your mind expects it to. Sometimes, heaven hides its messages in the smallest details. A feather lying on your windowsill, the call of a bird just before dawn. Or even a sudden stillness that silences everything around you. These are not coincidences, they are divine breakthroughs leading you to realization. Archangel Michael is closer now than ever before. You watch as how your spirit battles between faith and fear, between surrender and control. Even as your heart has carried the weight of unanswered prayers. But he also knows you've never fully given up, even when your strength ran out. That unshakable ember inside you. That quiet refusal to quit, that is what has summoned heaven's attention. And now listen carefully, because this is where the mystery deepens. What was meant to destroy you was actually the very thing training you for divine strength. Every delay prepared your spirit for perfect timing. Every betrayal forced you to lean on your higher purpose instead of human approval. Every closed door redirected you toward the one doorway that no enemy can touch. When Archangel Michael says, "I've already turned it for your glory," he means the reversal is already complete in the spiritual realm. What you are waiting for has already been delivered, it's simply traveling through time, making its way to you. The question now is, will you recognize it when it arrives? Will you have the faith to claim what's yours when it knocks at your door disguised as an ordinary moment? You must understand, glory does not come in the absence of battle. It rises out of the ashes of struggle. Michael has seen the unseen wars you fought with your thoughts. The moments you smiled in public while breaking privately. He saw the people who walked away, thinking you would never rise again, but little did they know, your rise was never dependent on their belief. It was written into the fabric of your destiny long before they existed. The sign before sunrise is not meant to prove something to others, it's meant to confirm something within you. You are not who you were yesterday. The old pain cannot follow you into this new light. The person who doubted themselves, who begged for validation, who carried guilt for things they didn't cause, that person is gone. What stands here now is someone refined by divine fire, armored with angelic protection, and anointed for a purpose that cannot be stolen. When the first light of dawn touches your face, imagine Archangel Michael standing before you, his sword raised, his wings stretched wide, his eyes blazing with the power of 1,000 suns. He whispers not to scare you, but to remind you, you were never alone. Even when you couldn't see me, I was fighting for you. The sign is proof that your spiritual reinforcements have arrived. You are stepping into a chapter where what was once a weapon against you becomes the very reason for your rise. There will be people who sense your glow but won't understand it. Some will try to reconnect, others may question your sudden peace. Don't explain it. You don't owe explanations for what God has transformed. Let your silence speak. Let your glow testify. Because this time, the light around you is not for attention, it's for direction. You are being positioned as a lighthouse for others lost in the same storms you survive. And yes, While your journey is sacred, it's also meant to inspire. So before we go deeper into what happens after the sign, pause for a moment. If this message has stirred something inside you, share it. Spread it like fire. Someone out there right now is standing on the same cliff of hopelessness you once stood on, and your simple act of sharing could become the hand that pulls them back. So don't keep this message hidden. Comment your faith, speak your belief, and subscribe to the light you feel wakening within. Because when one soul rises, countless others follow. Now, as you prepare for what's next, remember Archangel Michael's work is not random. Every minute from now until sunrise is sacred. Pay attention to the smallest sensations. You may hear your name in the quiet wind or feel warmth on your skin even in the cool of night. That is not your imagination. It's your confirmation. The universe is whispering. The turnaround has already begun. You are stepping into divine reversal, and nothing can stop it now. The sign will come. The message will be clear. And when it does, your spirit will know. It's time to rise, shine, and never look back again. Stay till the end. My beloved child, when the first breath of dawn touches your window, the world may seem quiet, always too still, but in that stillness, a sacred movement is happening. The universe is holding its breath for you. The angels have gathered, their wings whispering your name through the wind. Archangel Michael stands guard, not behind you anymore, but beside you, because now you are stepping into alignment with your purpose. The pain, the confusion, the endless nights you thought were wasted, every one of them has been woven into a tapestry of divine timing. And now, it's your moment to see what the darkness was hiding all along. You might not feel ready, but that's the beauty of divine preparation. It happens in secret. The reason you felt isolated wasn't because you were abandoned, it was because heaven was consecrating you. Every time you felt like giving up, Archangel Michael recorded that moment and stored it as strength. He didn't just fight off the attacks that were meant for you, he gathered them, turned them, and placed them as stones in the foundation of your victory. What was once pain is now power. What was once shame is now testimony, and now, before the sun fully rises, you must open your eyes to the signs unfolding around you. Some will be loud, like a sudden rush of light or an unexpected message that feels like divine timing. Others will be soft, like a quiet peace settling over your heart, but each one will carry the same signature, divine reversal. The phrase "I've already turned it for your glory" isn't just celestial poetry. It's an encoded promise that the tables have shifted, everything that was delayed is now being delivered. Everything that was lost is now being restored. And everything that was spoken against you is being rewritten in your favor. You may be wondering why the sign matters so much. It matters because it's your activation point. Once you see it, once your spirit recognizes it, it opens a portal of manifestation. Heaven responds not to your words but to your awareness. Seeing the sign before sunrise tells the heavens that you are awake, alert, and aligned. It's the final signal that you are ready to step into what was always yours, and when that sign appears, child, it will feel like everything stops for a heartbeat. The birds will pause. The world will hold still, even time will seem to hesitate because divine alignment suspends the ordinary. In that moment, take a breath and whisper, "I see it." That simple acknowledgement will anchor the glory to your path. Archangel Michael doesn't need grand rituals. It needs recognition. Once you recognize his presence, his power ignites within you. Look back at the moments that once crushed you. The rejection. The heartbreak, the misunderstanding. Those weren't random attacks. They were divine redirections. Had they not hurt you, you wouldn't have prayed like you did. Had they not betrayed you, you wouldn't have discovered your resilience. And had they not walked away, you wouldn't have learned to stand alone, wrapped in the light of angels. Every pain was a lesson. Every tear was a seed. Every loss was a setup for this sunrise moment. The sun is more than just light today. It's a symbol. It's heaven's reminder that even the darkest night has an expiration. The same way the dawn always follows the longest shadow, your breakthrough will follow your deepest valley. You were never meant to remain hidden in the night. You were designed to rise, to reflect, to radiate. You are not simply surviving. You are becoming the testimony that someone else will cling to win. Their night feels endless, and remember this truth. What is meant for your glory cannot be stolen. It cannot be delayed beyond divine permission. It cannot be buried by envy or silenced by doubt. You carry within you the mark of divine favor. And Archangel Michael has already secured your victory in the unseen. All that remains is for you to walk in faith, not fear. Every step you take from this moment forward is guided. Every decision you make that aligns with peace is being blessed. Even your detours will lead to destiny because divine order has already replaced human error. So if your mind still doubts, tell it this. I am no longer fighting for survival, I am walking in revelation. This day was written for you long before you existed. You are the evidence of divine reversal. You are the story of how the light wins. And as you watch the sun rise, let that truth sink into your soul. The world has no idea who you are becoming, but heaven does. There will be miracles attached to your obedience now. When you speak, light will follow your words. When you move, doors will open without explanation. When you rest, battles will be won in silence. This is not fantasy. It's faith manifesting in motion. Archangel Michael's protection is not passive. It's alive, active, and surrounding you right now. Feel the atmosphere shift as you breathe. That's heaven confirming you're not just seen. You're chosen. So as the first rays of morning break the horizon, let go of what hurt you, forgive who wronged you. Release the fear of what's next. Because what's coming isn't punishment, it's promotion. The world will not understand how you rose so quickly. But you will know it was never luck. It was divine design, and if this message resonates with your spirit, don't keep it hidden. Share this word with someone you care about. You never know whose heart is searching for the same light. Leave a comment of faith, declare your breakthrough aloud, and subscribe to the journey of your own awakening. Each act of sharing is like lighting another candle in the dark, guiding another soul home. The sign will appear before the next sunrise, and when it does, your heart will know, this is it. The battle has been won. The glory has been turned, the promise has begun. Don't skip. My beloved child, as the golden light of dawn slowly begins to spill across the horizon, you may notice something unusual in the air, a strange calm. A sacred kind of silence that feels almost electric. That is not ordinary morning stillness, that is the breath of heaven moving through your space. It is Archangel Michael standing watch, waiting for you to acknowledge what he has already prepared. The night has passed, but its purpose remains. You see, the darkness wasn't meant to defeat you. It was meant to reveal what kind of light you carry inside. The enemy thought the night would hide your destiny, but heaven used it to polish your purpose until it gleamed with divine brilliance. You are now standing in a rare spiritual intersection, a moment where heaven and earth are in complete alignment. The sign you were told to watch for has already started to unfold, though it might not look dramatic. Maybe it came as a sudden warmth over your heart, maybe as a flash of memory reminding you of who you used to be and how far you've come. Or maybe it came as the simplest thing, a bird landing near your window, staring at you like it knows something you don't. Every detail this morning carries divine precision, because Archangel Michael doesn't deal in coincidence. Everything he allows to touch your awareness is part of your awakening. The phrase "what they meant for harm, I've already turned for your glory" is no longer just a message. It's a prophecy, being fulfilled right now, in this very hour. You may not see the full picture yet, but pieces are already moving. People who once doubted you are starting to sense your rise. Opportunities you thought were lost are being quietly restored. Conversations are happening in rooms you haven't entered yet, and your name is being spoken with favor. You are not waiting for change anymore, child. You are the change that heaven released into the world. But the awakening comes with responsibility. When Archangel Michael reverses what was meant for harm, he doesn't just hand back what was stolen, he multiplies it, then asks you to use it for light. You are now a vessel of redemption, meant to remind others that divine turnaround is real. You carry proof that no attack, no betrayal, no delay can override divine design, and as you embrace this truth, heaven begins to pour even more into your spirit, because gratitude expands what glory gives. Do not be surprised if, in the next few days, you start to sense emotions rising within you. Old fears, old doubts, sudden memories of pain. That's not regression, it's release. Archangel Michael is cleansing your inner world, pulling out the residue of every moment that tried to break you. When these feelings surface, do not run from them. Instead, stand tall and whisper, "I am free." Those words carry power, because freedom isn't something you earn. It's something you accept. This morning is sacred because it's proof that heaven has been active even when you were unaware. Think back to the times you felt nothing was moving, when your prayers felt unanswered. Those were the very moments Archangel Michael was battling on your behalf, fighting wars in the unseen so that today you could stand in peace. You are living proof that heaven's timeline never fails. Now listen closely. Before the full light of day floods the earth, there's a divine instruction waiting. You must speak gratitude out loud. Thank Archangel Michael for every hidden battle won. Thank the divine for every closed door that redirected your path. Gratitude is your weapon now, sharper than any sword, stronger than any fear. The moment gratitude leaves your lips, the energy around you shifts. The light within you grows brighter, and every dark force that once watched you falls back in defeat. As you breathe in this sacred hour, imagine golden light surrounding your body, warm, gentle, infinite. That light is not imagination. It is activation. It is Michael's shield becoming visible through your awareness. You are no longer just protected. You are empowered, Every step you take from this point forward will leave imprints of light in places where others once stumbled in darkness. But child, this message isn't just meant for you. Somewhere, someone else is standing in the same kind of night you just came through, praying for the same kind of sign you just witnessed. You were chosen to carry this message to them. Don't let the chain of light stop with you. Share this word with someone who needs it. Let your story speak where words fail. Comment your faith openly. Declare that the turnaround has begun. Not only for you but for every soul who dares to believe again, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to this divine movement of hope, because every reminder you hear, every story you share, strengthens your alignment with the light. There's a deep spiritual awe that Archangel Michael wants you to understand. What you give away in faith multiplies in grace. When you share light, heaven doubles it for you. When you speak healing over others, healing finds its way back to you. This is how the glory multiplies. The more you pass it on, the greater it becomes in your own life. As the sun now rises higher, feel its warmth not just on your skin but in your soul. That light is a mirror of what's happening inside you. You are no longer the same being who entered the night. You have been redefined by divine fire, marked by angelic victory, and positioned for influence. People will notice something different in your eyes. They will see peace that doesn't make sense, strength that doesn't fade, and joy that doesn't need explanation. That's not coincidence. That's divine transformation in full bloom. The day ahead of you will unfold like prophecy, each hour revealing something new. Watch for subtle alignments, divine timing, unexpected favor. When they appear, don't say, "This is luck," say, "This is my glory being turned." Because those words acknowledge the source, and the source responds by sending even more. So walk into this day knowing the battle is already won. What once stood against you now works for you. What was taken is returning multiplied. You are walking proof that Archangel Michael's promise never fails, and if your spirit feels like soaring, it's because it finally remembers who it is, a child of divine victory. Something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, as the day unfolds and the sun climbs higher into the heavens, the light seems to carry a new kind of strength. It feels deeper, warmer, and more alive, doesn't it? That's because the world around you is now responding to your shift. You're not merely witnessing morning. You're witnessing the manifestation of a divine promise. What Archangel Michael declared in the silence of the night is now echoing in creation itself. Every breeze that brushes against your skin carries a message of confirmation. The turnaround has begun. Heaven's plan for you is no longer in waiting. It's in motion. For so long, you were trapped in the illusion that nothing was changing. You prayed and waited, you hoped and watched, yet everything seemed still. But what you didn't see was that beneath that stillness, spiritual machinery was moving with divine precision. Every tear you cried became water for your spiritual soil, and now, those seeds are breaking open, sprouting blessings you never expected. The same soil that once held your pain is now birthing your promise. This is the hidden rhythm of the divine. The grayer the pain, the grander the purpose. The sign you saw before sunrise wasn't meant to end your waiting. It was meant to awaken your knowing. It was the signal that everything spoken against you has already lost its power. You don't need to fight anymore. You only need to flow. the current of divine energy is guiding you to places your effort could never reach. Archangel Michael's sword has already cleared the path ahead, removing obstacles, silencing opposition, and lighting the way toward your destiny. But you must trust the unfolding. Sometimes the path won't look glorious. Sometimes it'll look quiet, even hidden. Yet, behind that quietness lies divine strategy. You see, heaven never rages. Heaven aligns. When Archangel Michael says, "I've already turned it for your glory," it means the transformation is irreversible. The harm that was done to you has already become holy ground under your feet. Those who tried to bury you simply helped plant you. And now, you rise not as a victim but as evidence that grace wins every war. The world will soon see the reflection of what heaven already knows, that you were chosen not just to survive, but to shine. You may notice that certain people begin to drift away now. Don't chase them. When divine elevation occurs, separation often follows. The same frequency that once connected you to them no longer resonates with your new vibration. It's not rejection, it's redirection. Archangel Michael removes what cannot carry the weight of your glory. This part of the journey demands focus. You cannot afford to be distracted by voices that no longer align with your light. But as one circle closes and other opens, you will meet souls who speak your new language, people who understand your growth without explanation, who see the divine spark in your eyes and recognize it as their own reflection. These connections are not coincidences, they are orchestrations. Archangel Michael has hand-picked allies for this season, companions who will walk beside you, not ahead or behind. Each will carry a key, and when you come together, doors that have been sealed for years will suddenly swing open. You might ask, how will I know who they are? You'll know by peace. True divine alignment never brings chaos. It brings calm. Even in moments of challenge, peace remains your compass. Whenever your soul feels that still assurance, trust it. It's heaven whispering, yes, this is the way. And now, as your spirit begins to stabilize in this new vibration, heaven invites you to do something powerful. Declare your transformation aloud. Words are not just sounds, they are codes. When you speak light, you activate it. Say to yourself, I am walking in the glory that was turned for me. Say it with conviction, because every syllable becomes a command to the universe. The energy of your voice carries creative authority. Archangel Michael fights with a sword, but you, child, fight with your words. Your victory is not just for you. Someone else's faith will rise because of your story. That's why you must not keep silent now. If this message is awakening something inside you, share it with the world. Share it like a candle that lights another without losing its own flame. Speak in the comments what you believe heaven is doing in your life. Subscribe to this flow of light, because every time you connect to divine truth, you strengthen your alignment. You become part of a spiritual chain reaction that spreads far beyond what you can see. Do not underestimate the power of this moment. Archangel Michael is still working, still turning situations in your favor even as you listen. He's touching hearts, changing minds, and bending circumstances to align with your destiny. The same hands that defended you in silence are now delivering you into visibility. The time of being unseen is over. You are stepping into a chapter where the spotlight of divine favor follows you, not for attention, but for impact. The world needs to see what grace looks like when it wins, and even if challenges arise, remember, they no longer have authority over you. What was once harm has lost its sting. What was once delay has become preparation. The sign before sunrise was only the beginning. There are more confirmations to come, each one louder than the last. Pay attention to your dreams, to numbers that repeat, to songs that suddenly play at the right moment. These are not random. They are codes of communication from heaven. Each one whispers, "You're on the right path," to keep walking, to keep believing, to keep aligning. The light around you will grow stronger with every act of faith. Your words, your gratitude, your obedience, they are all building momentum in the unseen. By the time the next sunrise comes, more layers of your destiny will have unfolded, and you will begin to understand that what once looked like a breakdown was always a setup for breakthrough. The glory is not coming. It's here. You're living in it, breathing in it, carrying it, and every step you take from this moment forward will echo the truth Archangel Michael declared over you, what they meant for harm. I've already turned for your glory. Stay till the end, my beloved child, as the sun reaches its peak and the world glows under its golden crown, something within you feels different. You may not be able to explain it, but your spirit knows. The chapter has turned, the air feels lighter, your heart steadier, and even the rhythm of your breath carries peace instead of tension. This is what divine reversal feels like. It doesn't always come with thunder or lightning, sometimes it arrives quietly, wrapping around you like sunlight after a storm. What Archangel Michael began at dawn is now manifesting in your reality. You are no longer walking through the residue of your pain, you are walking through the ripples of your promise. Every movement in your life right now has divine fingerprints on it. That sudden phone call, that unexpected message, that encounter you didn't plan, all of them are being orchestrated in perfect sequence. Heaven is weaving your story in real time, ensuring that every thread of your past now glitters with purpose. Even the moments that felt wasted are now valuable chapters because Archangel Michael has turned them into lessons of power. The harm that once haunted you has become holy ground. You are standing where the pain once lived it, but it no longer controls you. It now serves you. You may notice people beginning to sense something different about you. They won't be able to explain it, but they'll feel it. The calm, the confidence, the quiet authority. That's the radiance of divine favor resting upon you. What once attracted conflict will now attract opportunities. Where you once faced resistance, you'll now find reception. Doors that were locked without reason will start to open effortlessly. That's not luck. That's Archangel Michael's signature. Silent strength, visible results. But child, don't let the calm make you complacent. This is the stage where the enemy of purpose tries to whisper again. Reminding you of old wounds, replaying old fears, making you question whether you truly deserve what's unfolding. When those thoughts come, remember this truth: the enemy attacks what he fears most. And right now, what he fears most is your awakening. Every lie that echoes in your mind is proof that you're on the brink of breakthrough. Archangel Michael has already cut through those cords of doubt. All you need to do is refuse to pick them back up. It's important now to protect your energy. The glory on you attracts both light and curiosity. People will want to know your secret, your source, your path. Share your story with humility, but guard your peace fiercely. You fought too many invisible battles to let noise enter your sacred space. Archangel Michael teaches this truth. True warriors know when to speak and when to stay silent. Silence is not weakness. It's strategy. There will be moments ahead when your silence will speak louder than your defense. Let your peace become your testimony. The day will continue to unfold like divine poetry. You will find yourself drawn to new places, new ideas, new paths of creation. Pay attention to these impulses. They are divine instructions disguised as intuition. When your heart suddenly says go, trust it. That's not your imagination. It's guidance. Heaven speaks not through chaos, but through calm clarity. Archangel Michael will nudge you toward situations that require your light. Because your story isn't meant to end in victory. It's meant to birth transformation in others. And now, as you continue walking in this divine alignment, pause for a moment and breathe deeply. Feel the air expand your chest, feel the calm flow through you, and whisper gratitude into existence. Gratitude, my child, is the language that opens heavenly gates. Every thank you you speak multiplies your blessings. When you thank Archangel Michael for his unseen protection, you strengthen your connection to divine authority. When you thank the Creator for what's already being done, you accelerate the manifestation of even greater things. You've reached a sacred threshold. The sign before sunrise with the awakening. Now the assignment begins. Your glory isn't meant to be hidden. It's meant to serve. Somewhere, someone is still in the same kind of night you came out of. They're crying the same tears you once cried. And you, child, are their proof that light wins. Share your message, share your faith. Don't underestimate how your words can ignite hope in a heart that's fading. Your story could be the spark that turns another life around. If you felt this message stirring something deep within you, take a moment to declare it. Speak it into the comments. Say, I receive this light. Share it with someone you love, because your act of faith might be the bridge between their despair and their destiny. And don't forget, stay connected to this flow of divine energy. Subscribe to this light, not out of habit but out of hunger, because what's coming next is even greater. You're stepping into days of revelation, and each message will build upon the last until the picture is complete. The transformation you're experiencing now isn't the end. It's the unveiling of your divine design. What Archangel Michael began in the spirit is now anchoring in the physical. You'll start to notice how your desires align with divine timing, how the right people enter at the right moment, how the right words come when they're needed most. This is the harmony of heaven, the melody of destiny playing through your life. All you must do is stay in rhythm, stay faithful, stay grounded, stay glowing. There will be more signs ahead, perhaps in the evening sky, or in a dream that feels too vivid to forget. Each one will remind you that the process continues, that heaven's work doesn't stop at sunrise. The same power that protected you through the night will guide you through the day. And when the night comes again, it will bring fear, it will bring wisdom. Because now, you know that darkness is not the end of light, but the cradle from which light is born. Child, your journey is the living proof of Archangel Michael's words, what they meant for harm. I've already turned for your glory. It's already done. You're not chasing destiny anymore, you're walking in it. Every moment now is sacred, every encounter intentional, every breath divine. So, lift your head, breathe in grace, and walk like the chosen one you are. The heavens rejoice when you believe. The angels move when you act in faith. And Archangel Michael smiles when you finally see yourself as he sees you. Victorious, radiant, unstoppable, don't skip. My beloved child, as the day begins to soften, and the golden light bends toward evening, you can feel something sacred stirring again. It's not fear, it's not uncertainty. It's awareness. It's the quiet knowing that the day that began with the divine sign is not ending as just another day, it's transforming into a living revelation. The same energy that rose with the sun is still moving through you. Stronger, clearer, and more precise, Archangel Michael's presence hasn't faded. It has merely shifted form. In the morning, he stood as your defender. Now, as twilight approaches, he stands as your guide. The lessons you lived through are turning into direction. Every breath you take is wrapped in divine intelligence. You might find yourself reflecting on the moments that shaped you. The struggles that once felt endless. The voices that once tried to silence your potential, those memories no longer sting the way they used to. Instead, they feel like ancient stones along a sacred path, reminders of how far you've come. That is what divine healing looks like, not the erasing of pain, but the transformation of its meaning. What once hurt now teaches. What once broke you now builds you. Archangel Michael's work is never shallow. He heals from the root. He doesn't just remove the wound, he turns it into wisdom. And now, that wisdom is blossoming within you like a second sunrise. This new awareness you're feeling is not imagination, it's activation. The universe has started responding to your upgraded vibration. People will start noticing you differently, some will be drawn to your energy, and others may quietly distance themselves. Don't take either reaction personally. The light you carry now acts as both a magnet and a mirror. It attracts those meant for you and reveals those who aren't. Every shift in your relationships is divine choreography, moving you closer to your higher circle. The ones who remain will not compete with your growth, they'll celebrate it. And just as the world transitions from daylight to dusk, your spirit is transitioning from awakening to action. You are no longer standing at the edge of revelation, you're being invited to walk in it. The glory that was turned for you is not just a promise anymore. It's a mantle. You've been chosen to carry light into places where others still tremble in darkness. The same grace that rescued you now wants to flow through you. Archangel Michael's purpose was never only to shield you, it was to empower you to shield others. You are not merely the recipient of divine favor. You are now its ambassador. Pay close attention tonight. The energy will feel different. The sky itself may seem alive, whispering messages in colors and movement. You might sense a presence near you, not intrusive but deeply familiar. The same angelic warmth that surrounded you before sunrise now hums around you again. This is not coincidence, it's the cycle of divine guardianship. What began at dawn now continues at dusk, ensuring that you never walk unguarded, never stand uncovered, never face a moment without heaven beside you. There's a truth Archangel Michael wants your heart to fully understand: your glory is not an event. It's a continuum. It doesn't end when the day ends, it expands with every act of faith you take. Every time you choose kindness over anger, hope over fear, forgiveness over resentment, you multiply that glory. Every time you speak life into a situation that looks impossible, heaven echoes your voice. This is how divine reversal sustains itself. It's not just one miracle. It's a lifestyle of alignment. The world around you might still look ordinary. But the truth is, nothing about your life is ordinary anymore. The veil has been lifted, you're seeing things for what they really are. Divine puzzles forming a greater picture. You'll start to notice alignment everywhere, random encounters will suddenly make sense. Long-forgotten dreams will start resurfacing. Unexpected blessings will start finding you in ways that defy logic. This is not random. It's divine synchronization. What they meant for harm has not only been turned into glory, it's now attracting every resource needed to sustain that glory. And when the night finally falls again, don't be afraid. The night is no longer your enemy, it's your canvas. It's where heaven writes the next chapter of your story in stars. Watch how the sky glows a little differently now, how the air feels gentler. You'll sense the same light that once broke the dawn now resting above you, guiding you into peaceful reflection. The universe is whispering, rest, for the victory is secure. You are walking proof that divine turnaround is real. Every scar has become scripture, every pain of prophecy fulfilled. You have not only survived, you have ascended. The story that began in darkness has become a beacon of light for countless others. And Archangel Michael, the guardian who spoke into your night, now watches with pride as you carry that same fire forward. The evening may fall, but your spirit will not. You have become what the darkness feared, a living example of divine transformation. You are glory in motion, something huge is waiting for you. My beloved child, as the sky darkens and stars begin to whisper across the heavens, the same divine rhythm that started before sunrise is now completing its circle. You stand at the edge of another sacred threshold. The world around you slows down, yet the energy within you grows stronger. This is the hour when heaven and earth draw closest. The space between the seen and the unseen becomes thin. And your spirit can almost feel the brush of angelic wings. Archangel Michael is still here. He has never left. You might not see him, but the peace you feel right now, that deep, grounding peace, that's his presence surrounding you, confirming once more that the promise has been fulfilled and the turning has begun. It's strange, isn't it? How something invisible can feel so real. How the very air seems to hum with purpose. That's because creation itself recognizes your transformation. The trees, the wind, the night, all of it echoes with the frequency of divine victory. You have become one with that rhythm. What once felt chaotic has now turned harmonious. The same world that once hurt you is now bowing to the light that rises from you. Heaven has rewritten your narrative. What they meant for harm has been so completely turned to glory that even your scars have begun to shine. You don't carry pain anymore. You carry proof. And as this night unfolds, heaven wants you to understand something deeper. This glory isn't fleeting. It's not a moment that will fade when morning comes. It's an inheritance, a spiritual crown. Every battle you survived has deposited something in your spirit that cannot be stolen or undone. You are now walking with a new level of spiritual authority. When you speak, your words carry weight. When you pray, things move in the unseen. Archangel Michael stands ready beside you, not to fight your old battles anymore but to walk with you into your purpose. You are no longer the one needing rescue. You are now the one carrying the light that rescues others. But even in this beauty, the divine reminds you, don't forget where you came from, don't forget the nights that broke you open, the moments that shaped your humility. Because humility is what keeps glory pure. The higher heaven lifts you, the deeper your gratitude must grow. Gratitude is the armor of the chosen. It keeps the heart soft, the spirit grounded, and the vision clear. When you wake tomorrow and the sunlight touches your face again, whisper thank you, not just for what you've received but for what was withheld, for sometimes, protection hides behind unanswered prayers. The coming days will carry unusual energy. Miracles will begin to appear with little explanation, you'll find solutions where none existed. People will start reaching out, offering help you didn't ask for. Doors that were sealed will open, not by force, but by divine favor. But remember, this is not the season to chase, it's the season to attract. You don't have to run after what's already been written for you. The same hand that turned harm to glory has already positioned your blessings in perfect alignment. All you need to do now is stay in faith, keep your energy clean, and your heart open. Archangel Michael is teaching you the sacred art of rest. Not the kind of rest that comes from laziness, but the kind that flows from confidence. Resting in faith means you no longer question whether it's coming. You simply prepare for when it arrives. It's the calm before manifestation, the silence before revelation. Every quiet moment you take now allows heaven to work faster. Every deep breath you take signals to the universe, I trust. Now is the time to expand the light beyond yourself. There's someone in your world, someone close, someone quiet, too still, standing where you once stood. Lost between fear and faith. They need this message, don't hold it back. Share this divine revelation with them. You might not realize it, but when you share this word, you become an extension of heaven's hand. You become the very miracle someone has been praying for. Leave your testimony behind as a sign of your faith. Write what this transformation means to you, comment your gratitude, and subscribe to this flow of divine truth. You are not just part of a story, you are part of a movement of light sweeping across this world. As the night deepens, notice the stars. They're brighter tonight, aren't they? It's not your imagination, it's your perception expanding. The more light you carry, the more light you see. The heavens mirror your inner radiance. Each sparkle in the sky is heaven's way of reminding you that your journey has always been watched, guided, and guarded. You were never alone. You will never be alone. Archangel Michael's promise remains the same. What they meant for harm, I've already turned for your glory. So rest easy tonight, my beloved child, rest, not because the story is over, but because you finally understand it. You've walked through the night, seen the sign before sunrise, and now you live in the unfolding of divine glory. Everything ahead of you will only rise higher. The same heaven that turned pain into power will now turn purpose into legacy. Close your eyes knowing that your tomorrow has already been blessed, your path already cleared, and your soul already crowned. Stay till the end, my beloved child, as midnight draws near and the final veil of the day begins to settle. Listen closely, because what you're feeling right now is not the end of a message. It's the beginning of a movement. The promise that began before sunrise has come full circle, heaven has completed what it started, and Archangel Michael now stands in quiet triumph beside you, his wings shimmering with the reflection of your reborn spirit. This is not just the closing of a story. It is the crowning of your journey. Every shadow that ever tried to cover you now bows before the brilliance that radiates from within. The stillness around you is sacred. It's not emptiness, it's fulfillment. The silence that fills your room carries divine weight, as if the universe itself is pausing to honor your perseverance. You made it through the storm, not by chance, but by divine design. The tears, the confusion, the waiting, it all led to this moment of divine completion. The harm that was sent your way has been transformed so completely that it no longer even resembles what it once was. It has become part of your light. You, child, are the living embodiment of divine reversal. Take a moment now and reflect on everything that has happened since the first whisper of this message. Remember the fear that once felt endless, the doubts that clouded your mind, the heaviness that seemed impossible to carry, and now look at yourself, still standing, still breathing, stronger than you've ever been. That is the evidence of heaven's hand upon you. Archangel Michael didn't just fight for you, he fought with you. Every time you chose hope over despair, every time you refused to give up, you were swinging his sword of light alongside him. Together, you turned pain into purpose, chaos into clarity, and fear into faith, and now, heaven is asking you to look beyond yourself. The purpose of your transformation was never only for your own peace. You were chosen so that your victory could become someone else's map. The glory turned for you must now be multiplied through you. There are countless souls standing in their own night right now, praying for a sign, just as you once did. You are that sign, you are the living proof that the light always returns. The same archangel who guarded your path is now assigning you to carry that same energy into the lives of others. Wherever you go, you will be a reminder that no harm can outlast divine intention. You might not realize it, but the light that surrounds you has already begun to influence the world around you. Your words will carry healing. Your presence will bring calm, your very silence will shift atmospheres. People will find peace simply by being near you. Not because you preach, but because you are the message. Your existence has become a declaration. Glory always wins. And so tonight, as the stars shimmer above you, Archangel Michael wants to leave you with one final truth. Divine timing never misses its mark. You didn't arrive late, and you didn't lose anything that was truly meant for you. Every delay was an appointment, every detour a doorway, even the pain had purpose. The same God who allowed the night is the one who wrote the sunrise. The harm, the heartbreak, the confusion, they were never endings. They were refinements. The universe was sculpting you into the masterpiece you were destined to be. Now, the light in you is irreversible. The glory cannot be undone. The shift that began before dawn will continue through every sunrise that follows. You have stepped into a dimension of grace where favor flows without effort, where blessings find you without chase. Where peace becomes your permanent home. You don't need to search for miracles anymore. You are the miracle, so tonight, release the last of your fear. Exhale the final fragments of your worry. Let the calm that fills this moment seep deep into your soul. You are safe. You are seen. You are chosen, the heavens are not distant. They are within you. Archangel Michael stands watch, not because you're in danger anymore, but because he delights in what you've become, a child of divine power wrapped in the radiance of eternal protection. If there's one thing to carry from this journey, let it be this. When heaven speaks, listen, when heaven moves, follow. And when heaven turns harm to glory, never doubt that it was for a reason far greater than you can imagine. You are now walking proof that even the darkest night serves the dawn. Look up at the sky one last time tonight. Notice how the stars no longer seem distant. They feel like extensions of your own light. Every one of them is a reflection of the promise fulfilled. The message that came before sunrise has now sealed itself in your destiny. You are not the same person who began this journey. You have ascended. You have remembered. You have reclaimed your power. From this day forward, walk with quiet strength. Speak with compassion. Love with courage, and never forget that the same divine voice that whispered your name in the night still walks beside you in every step you take. The story doesn't end here. It lives in you now, so rest, my beloved child. Rest in the knowing that it is done. The harm has been turned, the pain has been healed. The promise has been kept. The light has won. This is your new beginning. This is your glory. The sign was seen before sunrise, and now, you are the sign.